Hello, Reach Teams. This is Michael Mahoney. I'm going to walk you through setting up the roster tab on your program workbook. First, this instruction tab outlines the different tabs on your workbook. The one we're focusing on right now is your roster. Down here it mentions a couple of key points also. The roster is the tab that we use to generate the goals and track progress for all the other tabs. And so you'll populate it once at the beginning of the year, then you'll keep it the same throughout the year unless you have a student join your program or a student leave your program partway through the year. The other thing to note is you'll only enter data in yellow tabs and yellow cells. So here you notice the roster is yellow. These cells are yellow. This is where we enter your data. So for each student, you will enter their school runner ID. From school runner, indicate they're enrolled. Their grade level. You'll do this for every student in your program. And then here you indicate all the tests the students will take. Most students in Reach will take each of these assessments. These are the goals against which we measure growth. It's possible a student won't take one of these assessments if they have perhaps moved beyond them to a different type of test. And then here you'll set the goal for each student. You'll notice there's a drop down of some options. Typically you will set the goal based on the program goals here. If there's some reason that you feel like the student needs a goal that's different than that, make sure you run it by me and your coach first. If you want to set a goal that's more ambitious than the baseline goal, so for example the STEP goal is 1 year. If Susie grew 1.5 years in STEP last year, you can possibly set a higher goal. But especially if you feel like she needs a lower goal than the baseline one, you should definitely talk to us about that first and we'll walk through that process together. So you set your goals for each student. And then your roster is set. That's all you have to do. Again, you will not change this really throughout the year unless you have a student enter or leave your program.